Many of us have felt or heard the earthquakes in Oklahoma, and over the last few years there's been a great rise in earthquakes in Oklahoma. Many scientists believe that this is a side effect of fracking. The earthquakes and the dangers of fracking are a great concern to me. Today I would like to tell you about what is fracking, why oil companies frack, and to persuade you about the dangers of fracking. As stated by whatisfracking.com, hydraulic fracking process is drilling down a mile or more into the rock formation, then turning horizontally and continuing for thousands of feet. Once the well is completed, small makes are made into the horizontal part of the pipe. Then sand, water, and other chemicals are injected into the well at high pressure, causing cracks in the rock formation. Chemicals are of great importance to the fracking process. This reduces the amount of friction, which also reduces the amount of power needed by the equipment. Now that I've told you what fracking is, I would like to tell you why oil companies frack. The reason for fracking is because of the effect of the economy. It is believed that under North America there is enough oil and gas that the U.S. could become solely dependent on their own oil and gas or become an exporter of oil and gas. This also means they will become less dependent on foreign oil, which means they will become less dependent on oil from the Middle East. They would also become less dependent on natural gas from Russia. Natural gas burns much cleaner and is much safer than coal. Oil companies are also responsible for many jobs, employing over 1.2 million people in 2012. Although there are advantages to fracking, I believe that the dangers of fracking to the environment are much more important. As you can see here, the water, sand, and chemicals are injected into the ground below the water table, creating cracks in the rock formation, which then have the possibility to seep back up into the water table, contaminating the water supply. Here also shows another possibility. The concrete casing for the well failed and allowed the chemicals to flow directly into the water supply, again contaminating it. Another danger of fracking is earthquakes. There's been a great rise in earthquakes, mainly in central Oklahoma, over the last few years. California was once thought to be the earthquake capital of the United States, but Oklahoma has easily surpassed them over the last few years, averaging more than 3 earthquakes per day. This chart shows the rise in earthquakes, mainly in central Oklahoma, over the last few years, with the blue dots being earthquakes from 1973 to 2008, and the red dots being earthquakes from 2009 to 2015. Countries who have banned fracking include France, Bulgaria, Germany, and Scotland. Fracking is contaminating groundwater, which is harmful to humans and is causing earthquakes, which is damaging our homes. With so many unknowns about fracking, it should be banned in the U.S. I hope that I have persuaded you today that fracking is not only harmful to the environment, but harmful to humans.